Good evening, everybody. How's everyone doing tonight? To those of you watching live and those of you watching in the future. I figured I'd start the stream now. I'm still loading up the game, but gives it an opportunity to get some people in here. By the time we're actually ready to do some stuff in the sim, hopefully some people will be able to find us. So, I don't know, I tried starting the game already and it just took forever to actually load in. I'm not sure what was going on, so hopefully it doesn't happen again. It was giving me 8 frames a second. Not sure why that was happening. I just seem to not be able to catch a break with this game lately. Well, actually, no, I shouldn't say with this game, because Friday was just... No, that was Saturday? Whenever that was. Whenever I tried it last, that might have been... It was Saturday morning. GSX was just in a tizzy. And they were reporting it all over the forums. Apparently, it's fixed now with the new update. So I did the new update. And I am hoping it works. Because I could not push back or do anything, which was frustrating. So, we'll see what goes on with this. I'm gonna check my audio levels real fast. It's been a bit since I've done this. Oh, they sound good enough to me. Alright, so let's see, will it load in a little faster this time? Did I just miss? Okay, that's actually good. It did it right this time. Oh god. Wait, no, that's ready to fly. Hold on, I gotta wipe up a spilly. I think I got it on my phone. Stupid. Oh my. That up real quick. Apparently I can't. I don't even know where I got this from. I know it came from Germany, but I don't know why I have it. Pretty sure it came from my parents' house. Alright, here we go. Alright, hello. We are now on the sim. How is everybody doing tonight? Happy Tuesday, or happy April Fool's Day, by the way. Not that I really partake in that anymore, but it's good to have the day. Alright, before I do anything, I want to get my ACARS tracking this flight, because the last time I did this flight, I forgot to actually start it, which was totally my fault. Now we're good. Okay, minimize that. Let's connect to VATSIM. And we are a 738, United 152. We gonna get our flight plan? Did I file it as... Yeah, I did file it. Ugh, there it is. Okay, auto ATC. So Chicago approach is on. Hopefully they stay on by the time we get there. It's a short flight. Those of you that tuned in for the flight from Chicago on over. Let's see, dim that down. Okay. Everything feels foreign to me right now. I don't know why. Oh god. Keep thinking I'm in the 777. Nope, that's not good. Don't put the gear up. What are we doing that for? First time playing the game? Apparently. Okay. Let me get... I think I got the flight plan filed. I got pretty much everything set up on that end. Okay, we got that loaded in. Let's request that. We're on ground power, which is good. Okay, that's fine. We can turn our electric hydraulic pumps on. And our window heat. Okay, I'm going to kick the logo on. Seatbelt sign can come off for now. Everything else is looking fine and dandy. Packs, APU, we'll kick those off. Okay. The screens are a little bright for me. Let's turn these down. They're just way too bright for nighttime. It's hurting my eyes. Okay, there we go. And upper display unit. Knock that down a little bit. And we'll knock that down a little bit too. Perfect. Okay. FMC is initialized. Let's request our flight plan. I already got it pretty much all squared away, so this actually, programming the FMC should go really fast tonight. I don't anticipate it taking very long at all. It shouldn't take very long at all. It's not a very complicated flight. There's not much to do. So, we'll load that in from SimBrief. And then we'll get on our way. So, looks like they're landing 10 center right now in Chicago. I'm just going to choose the ILS 10 center from Gibbons. Add that in. Alright, perfect. So departure out of here is 8 right. And then our arrival into Chicago. So Windy 2 off of Windy. And 10 center, Gibbons. Windy 2 off of... Let's see. Windy, yeah. So hold on, let me double check this. Alright, so we're going to join at Windy, fire, perfect, okay. Let me just make sure everything else is good looking. So we're going to go Wilter, Windy, beautiful, okay, cool, activate. Let's get the wind real fast. There is nothing going on. Oh shoot, Chicago approach isn't showing on anymore. Did it get off? No, they're still showing online on VATSIM radar. Huh. Or does it need to be refreshed? No, it's still on, okay. Huh. Not sure why they're not showing up. We're not that far away. It's kind of interesting. Alright, I don't think that's going to pull through, so we're just going to skip that for now and just calculate the rest of this stuff. If anybody hits the chat real quick, give me a second, because I'm clicked off of it so I can get this information put in. 5.8 and 61 on the cost index. Tonight's cruising altitude is a nice 240 if we can get up that high. And our top of climb wind, it is 255 at 6.2. I wonder what the weather is here, wherever in Grand Rapids. I haven't actually looked. Minus 32. Oops. I didn't even know that page existed. I've never looked at that page. No, wrong line. There we go. Oh, it is minus 32. Time error tolerance. Minimum. Time clears. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's check. Hey, what's going on, VG Master? Sorry, I was clicked off the chat screen for a second, trying to get all this takeoff performance data calculated. Alright, so D-rated takeoff 2 with a 46 degrees select temp and a flaps 5. 5.1 on the trim, 143, 146, 153. Okay, 5.1. Beautiful. Let's kick that on real quick. Kick this back over. Alright, that should be about 5.1. Go ahead and knock that out. And 153 on the speed. Perfect. Okay, now I can go back to the chat. Okay, altitude, or heading. Yeah, I gotta set that. What's our runway heading here? Off of 8 right, 087. Okay, let's kick that in. Alright, after we get this set up, we're pretty much good to go. And we're gonna just go straight up to 240. I gotta lower the brightness on the screens on the right. They're just way too high right now. It hurts my eyes. Kick that down, kick that down. Alright, cool. And then let's lower that too. Engine. Alright. I'm gonna get rid of this and that, because it bothers me. And then I just have to get the squawk code in here. 0035. Okay, we'll just kick that on. Let's go 1228. I'm gonna kick this brightness down. Oh wait, no, the panel brightness can be on. I want the floodlight down. Did I just start? Yeah, I started not too long ago. I actually had the, I started while the game was loading. I just had a different splash screen showing on the stream. I had like a stream starting soon message showing up, basically. Okay, cool. That's all looking good. 240 here on the pressurization panel. Alright. Everything's pretty much ready to go. Let's just fire up our APU and then we'll get out of here. So let's release that. Let's kick this on. Alright, so while that's firing up, we can kind of check the rest of our stuff here. I got that on. We're good there. Oh, you know what I didn't do? VNav, and then that'll be heading. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I did just start not too long ago. Short flight tonight. Obviously, we don't have a ton of time. I'm not able to stay up as late as I once was able to. You can hear the APU firing up in the background. We'll click on traffic, lower that down. Let's hit the terrain, because I'm going to have to kick the brightness down like crazy on that. It's going to be so green. There we go. But yeah, we'll do a nice little short hop over to... oh good, it's working. Beautiful. Over to Chicago. Alright, so prepare for pushback and departure. Gonna pull all the PMDG stuff and we can switch that over. APU. Doors are now closed. Anti-collision is coming on. Fuel switches are turning on. And... oh, you know what? I gotta turn our parking brake on. There we go. Now we can kick off ground power and kick off the chocks. Perfect. Yeah, so, might have some air traffic control on going into Chicago once we get a little closer. We'll see. I don't know. It's hit or miss right now. Let's see, do they have United here? Prime. United Airlines, perfect. Don't need de-icing.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start.
Yeah, we're not going to. We're starting them up right away. Not gonna waste my time waiting. Okay,
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
I'll kick terrain on, might as well. We'll go ahead and get this ready to fire off. I still gotta connect the tug and all that stuff. We're gonna be a few seconds here waiting. Okay, so short taxi to runway 8. We're not going too far. We're pretty much at the departure end of that runway where our gate is. So it'll be a quick taxi. We'll get up in the air, take off to the east, make a, I don't know, left or right turn. We'll figure that out. We'll make a right turn around back to the east, join up the departure. Climb to 240 pretty fast.
Locking gear.
Get into Chicago, do a little quick flight, have some fun. So I was thinking of getting some music that I could play in the background that won't get me copywritten. But I don't know if people will really want that in Flight Simulator. Especially if the air traffic control is on, I could mute it then. But I don't know, I've just been thinking of things I could do to kind of enhance this a little bit.
Release parking brakes, please.
Alright, parking brakes released.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start.
And that is set. I'm actually going to kick this on bright so we can see. Alright, so they're good there. I'm going to kick on my engine switches. We're officially pushing back, so let's fire up the engines. Alright. I don't have payware scenery here in Grand Rapids, Michigan, so that's why it's so dang dark. Let's see what the weather is. It's overcast at 11. It's windy a little bit. 090 at 13. Not too bad, but a little bit of wind. It snowed, I think, over here today. It's snowing in Milwaukee tonight, and then it's supposed to be warm tomorrow. There's some traffic flying over. Let's see what that is. Oh, it's an Endeavor coming in from White Plains to O'Hare. Alright, cool. Got the engine running.
Please set parking brake.
Parking brakes are set.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start.
Start up number 2.
You can disconnect.
Alright, we're gonna fly on Gen 1 tonight. Nav lights are so bright. Ooh, nice. They did a good job at simulating the vibration sound of the engine firing up.
Unlocking gear.
Alright, the tug is disconnected. This guy's gonna go get annihilated by the engine walking that way. What are you doing, dude? Don't do it!
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Alright, we can go flaps 5. Alright, engine number 2 is nice and on. That all checks. Go ahead and cut that. Kill the APU. Turn our probe heat on. Alright, beautiful. Kick on airflow. Get everything nice and warm in this airplane. Alright, so we're good to roll here. Let's go ahead and kick on taxi lights and get rolling. Alright. Alright, parking brakes released. Throttles. Let's roll out of here. Let's pull these engines up a little bit. We're not going to need anti-ice on take or engine anti-ice on takeoff, thankfully, but passing through that overcast cloud deck, we'll be kicking it on. So we got taxi center line right up ahead, so that's good. Yeah, I think it snowed. Well, maybe it didn't snow in Michigan, but the last time I checked the weather radar, it was snowing in Milwaukee, like on the state lines, Illinois, Milwaukee. And I haven't had any weather down by me yet, but there's apparently some rain coming for overnight. And it was in the 40s today, like low to mid 40s, and then tomorrow it's supposed to get to the upper. I think this is where I want to turn. It's supposed to get into the, I think, upper 50s, maybe lower 60s. I don't know. It's so bright over there. This taxi light is nice and bright. I feel like they enhanced the PMDG a little bit here. Is that gonna kill the clock at all? No, the clock's just on its own level of brightness. I don't know how to take that down a little bit. It's so bright. Where's the plus and where's the minus? I don't know if that does it. Nope. I don't think there is a way to adjust the brightness on that clock. I think it's just abnormally bright. I don't know. It freaking hurts my eyes. Good evening, anybody joining. Welcome to the stream. BG Master, what's new with you? I haven't talked to you in about a week. Week and a day. Yo, you're driving your cousin from the store? Nice. Do you, VG, do you live with a couple of your family members? cousins and stuff? Or do you guys just live close by? Alright, we're almost at the end of the runway already. Pull these throttles back a hair. Oh, you live with them, nice. Do you guys get along pretty well then? Or are you kind of like, if you could get out, you would? Alright, auto throttle switch is coming on. Taking the runway. Keep doing our turn. I'm going to kick on our lights. You get along with them well. That's a really bad turn on my part, but I had a cousin growing up. He lived not too far from me, and him and I, man, every weekend we'd be spending the weekends at each other's houses, and we were just gaming all the time. It was a lot of fun. We both were very passionate about playing like video games. All right, here goes Toga, and we are off, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, I love that sound. Yeah, we played a ton of games. It was actually a lot of fun. I miss those days. Had a good time. He's probably the cousin I was the closest with too. A little bit of wind gust there. Positive rate. Yep. Oh yeah, it's a nice night for flying here. Alright, let's go ahead and activate the autopilot. I'll climb out for a little bit here before we make our turn. A little gusty. Flaps 1. And flaps up. Alright. Okay, let's go ahead and make a right-hand turn. And we'll go ahead and then intercept. Well, we'll fly direct. I'm gonna first turn around here and see where that'll take us. Pop this out a little bit. Alright, we are airborne. And I don't think I need terrain anymore. It's actually not too bad out. Nice night for flying. I will go ahead and proceed direct. Walter. LNAV. Still seems like these screens are super bright. Probably because it just got so much darker. Oh god, and this tablet brightness is so high. Hold on, let me kick this down real quick. That's brutal. Alright, cool. Okay. A little washed out. Hold on, let me kick it up a hair. There we go. Anyways, okay, so that's good. Yeah, that's cool that you get along with them. And my cousin literally, like, he practically lived at my house over the weekends. We'd go... They had, like, moved back. My his parents got divorced, and they used to live in Colorado. So after they got divorced, the entire family moved back, both my aunt, my uncle, and my cousins. But then they lived separate, and my aunt had to move back in with her mom. So my cousins lived at their grandma's house for a little bit, but it was legit because they had like the entire basement of her house, which was set up to be its own living area in itself, minus like a kitchenette and all that, but it had bedrooms, bathrooms, good like common area and all that. So it was fun. We'd go hang out over there and game every now and then he'd come to my house and we'd game. But what was really fun is I used to set up 2 TVs and he would bring like his systems over, and we had the same systems, and we'd play like the same games or whatever, and we'd both be playing like the latest game side by side, trying to beat it and complete it, and it just made it a little more fun playing. Random guess, yeah, probably. I mean, it's weird. It says that there's 4 people watching or 5 viewers, but you're the only one chatting. Not being able to stream consistently the last couple of weeks has probably put my channel a little backwards in a sense, but I'm trying to get back into that Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday schedule. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, potentially. But I definitely want to try to get back into the Tuesday, Thursday. And I definitely won't do it on Wednesday because I've been watching The Amazing Race. So that's kind of like my wife and I's thing to do together after our oldest goes to bed. So right now my newborn is, I don't know, he's like inseparable. He does not want to be put down. He just wants to be held forever, or he just sits there and cries. Alright, we're going through the soup. That must be that Endeavor that was in front of us up there. I would imagine so. Yeah, it is. Cool. Alright, so Chicago's approach is still on, so we'll have air traffic control going into Chicago O'Hare as long as they stay online, which will be nice. Let's see what runway we might land on. Alright. Oh, it's windy. Gust 2-3. We should hand fly the approach. Arrivals expect ILS runway 10 center approach. Visual approach 9 center. I'll probably get 9 center. That's my guess. Some thick clouds. Alright, we gotta put engine anti-ice on. There we go. It's funny, I was just listening to a video. There was a plane crash last November. They meant to put the engine anti-ice switches on here, but they inadvertently turned off the frickin' hydraulic system B pumps right here. Caused them a big problem. They had no flaps. And their autopilot disconnected because they were flying on Command B. You'd think they would look up at the panel and see the orange lights, but I guess not. There's a guy behind us. Oh, he's going to Milwaukee. VG, you done any ATS lately? Any cool routes you've driven? I think we're out of the soup. Kick those off. Kind of still in it. Let's see. There does not appear to be any controller. Oh wait, that's that. Welcome to ATSL. You may receive. Chicago Center advises cross fire at and maintain 9,000. Okay, fire at 9. So I have a feeling it's gonna have me start descending like right now. Maybe not. Nah, we'll be okay on the VNAV path. 2995. Stand by, and then I'll check what you just said there, VG Master. No streaming for me in a while. Whenever I try, my desktop randomly shuts down. I don't exactly need my desktop, but more on that in a second. Oh, your desktop shuts down? Interesting. So like Windows Explorer gets all messed up for you? That's interesting. It must just, I wonder if it's just running out of resources at certain points because of the resources that that game pulls. It's like my only guess. Alright, it's coming up on 2-3 for 2-4, and then probably be a pretty quick descent down. Kill all these lights. This can turn off. Give us a little better improved climb. Oh god, look at that, immediately. Immediately just going right back down. That's so funny. Alright, what is our descent? 308. Let's go 300. It's typically what Chicago has you maintain. Why am I not descending? I should be on that vertical path. Oh Lord, here we go. This will be fun. 240 there. We can make that 250. Alright, there's Chicago approach. Go ahead and kick that in. Let's tune Chicago approach. Use your laptop for streaming. I only have my desktop open to check the replay. Oh, okay. That's right. That's right. I remember you saying you stream on your laptop. Hold on, I gotta tune into Chicago approach real quick.
230 knots.
Sun to 230 for 1568.
Chicago approach. Good evening, United 152. Checking in with you. We're descending through flight level 210 to cross fire at 9,000 on the windy 2.
United 152, Roger, Chicago approach. The O'Hare altimeter is 299.5. Expect the IL. West runway 9er center and crossfire at 11,000.
Alright, expect ILS 9 center will cross fire at 11,000 United 152. Alright, fire at 11. Boom. Okay, that'll help.
1568, descend and maintain 4,000.
4,000.
Kick VNAV on. Stow our
Southwest
spoiler.
143, descend and maintain 5,000.
Descend maintain 5,000 Southwest 143.
Okay, so so your desktop, you're not even straining anything on it by just watching the preview or the replay, yeah. That's interesting that it's... Huh. So it's just shutting down, like your entire computer's just shutting down?
Endeavor 621, proceed direct O'Hare.
Direct O'Hare, Endeavor 621.
That's interesting. And then, is Event Viewer not even giving you any info on it?
143, maintain 210 knots.
'Cause that's wild that it's just shutting down like that.
Maintain 210 knots, Southwest 143.
I feel like it just shutting down like that is generally an overheat issue, or that's got to be a fatal error or something. That is definitely interesting. I feel like something like that you should get information in an event viewer.
American 532, fly runway heading runway 10 left at Delta Delta, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff on fly runway heading American 532.
Alright, well, we're back in the soup already. ILS 9 center, he said. Standard. Alright, so let me update my Navigraph real quick to 9 center. And we'll just go off of Gibbons again. Perfect. Alright, cool.
American 1658, maintain 210 knots, turn right heading 060, join the localizer.
Oh, you know what? We gotta do some other stuff.
060 to join the loc for American 1568.
Let's get our fix set up here.
American 1658, 5 miles from Peapod, maintain 5,000 or 4,000 until established on the localizer. Clear for the ILS runway
And
10
then
approach.
what else? What else? Let me grab my landing information real quick here.
Cleared for the ILS 10 center approach, American 1568.
American 1568, 180 knots or greater until Ray.
180 or greater till Ray for American 1568.
American 532, radar contact, stay altitude.
We're gonna go half the headwind gusts
American 532, climate 33.
because there's some serious gusts in Chicago tonight.
American
This is gonna be a
532,
flaps
maintain
30
15,000, flight present heading.
and
Climate
156.
climate maintain 15,000, American 532.
1119. And then 093. We'll go auto brakes 3. Alright, cool. Landing data's all in. Let me jump back to the stream. Good news about it though, I do get an error message which says warning, Windows shutting down in 1 minute. That's weird.
American 532, proceed direct Duffy.
And even after Googling that,
Direct Duffy, American
you still don't
532.
have any insight, or it's not giving you any good ideas as to what could be up.
Number 621, turn right heading 270, vectors for the approach.
Right 270, vectors to the approach, number 621.
Number 621, descend and maintain 4,000.
4,000, number 621.
Alright, so what's going on with this descent path? Oh god, here we go. It's all out of whack. My route page. We'll be okay. I'm descending like crazy right now just to hit it.
Southwest 143, turn right, heading 360, vectors to final.
Right 360, Southwest 143.
Number 621, turn left 5 degrees.
Left 5.
Told your sibling about it. Tell me probably a driver error.
American 1568, runway.
Yeah, you might need a
10
new-
center, clear to land.
10 center clear to land for American 1568.
Yeah, they could be a hard drive error. Accessing something. But it's a good opportunity to upgrade your hard drive. You can get a solid state or something maybe. Even if it's not an M.2. Those are still so good. Just regular solid states. M.2s obviously are the best you can get right now, but that could be right. It's hitting some error somewhere in there. Alright. Fire at 11 is good.
Southwest 143, 6 miles from Peapod, turn right heading 060, join the localizer.
we're gonna-
Clear for the ILS.
We're gonna
runway
intervene our
10
speed
approach.
here.
Turn right, 060, clear for the ILS, runway 10, center approach, Southwest 143.
2995.
Maintain 210 knots.
210 on the speed, Endeavor 621.
All right, MCP
American
speed.
532, you can
all
climb
set.
unrestricted now. That'll be a climb through my airspace. No further ATCs available. Change to advisory.
What game would you
Frequency is
do?
approved. Have a good night.
I bought a game actually for like $2 on Steam. It was like a Sim City type of game, or like a city where you build like cities simulator type of game. I haven't played it yet though, but I saw it was on sale. It looked cool and it was like $2.
Proceed direct to O'Hare Airport.
Proceed direct to O'Hare United 152.
Southwest 143 looks like you're through the localizer. Right turn to 120 to rejump.
Right turn to 120, Southwest 143.
All right, direct to ORD.
Southwest 143, O'Hare's at your 12 o'clock and 17 miles report the field in sight.
We got this on the site, Southwest 143.
Southwest 143, clear for the visual approach, runway 10 center.
Clear for the visual 10 center, Southwest 143.
United 152, maintain 250 knots, then descend and maintain 7,000.
All right, 250 on the speed, then descend and maintain 7,000. United 152. All right, 250. 7,000.
Southwest 143, your number 2, runway 10 center, clear to land.
Flight level change.
Clear land, runway 10 center, Southwest 143.
Actually, we'll slow up first. Just hold the altitude. How long am I planning to stream? I'm probably just gonna stream through the end of this flight. So probably close to like 10 o'clock. I was having problems getting the game loaded faster earlier. But yeah, we'll probably land, taxi, park, unload, chill for a little bit, and then I'll probably have to hop off because I'm really tired. I'm still not getting a lot of sleep. I'm getting woken up like every 3 hours. So the nice thing about it though is my wife is actually taking care of a lot of the, you know, feedings and diaper changes in the middle of the night, but that still doesn't stop me from being woken up by a screaming baby.
Descending 7,000.
We are descending down to 7 right now.
Roger, thanks. Break. Endeavor 621, turn left heading 180, vectors to final.
Left 180, vectors to final, Endeavor 621.
I think we're in the soup again. Let's see here. Yeah, we're doing okay here. Alright, so landing lights are on. We'll go ahead and hit those on continuous. Passing through some clouds. As long as I keep giving this guy about 1,000 feet per minute descent here, and we're doing about 13 to 1250. So that should be good.
Midway departure, Southwest 2509, holding short runway 4 right, Yankee 1 midway.
Do you, how many,
Southwest
what other
2509,
games do you have that you would stream,
Cargo
BG Master?
departure,
Would you do
turn
simulator
right, heading,
style
090,
games?
runway 4 right, clear for takeoff.
Or would you
Turn
try
right,
something
heading
different?
090, runway 4 right, clear for takeoff, Southwest 2509.
This guy kind of descended me a little early. I feel like I could have stayed at 300 knots at 11 for a little bit more. But it is what it is. He's the controller.
152, turn right, heading 265.
Right, heading 265, United 152.
Endeavor 621, turn right, heading 120, join the localizer.
Just confirm that's a left turn heading 120.
Yeah, it sure is. Make it a left turn heading 120, thanks.
Left 120, Endeavor 621.
Alright. So it'll take us vectors all the way in for the ILS. That's kind of nice. Saves us a little bit of time. Although he's kind of vectoring me pretty far out. Dang, this clouds here. Putting a damper on my need for engine anti-ice here. I guess I'll be sitting at 7 for a little bit with it. To answer your question you asked earlier, which I totally avoided. Yeah, you're good. Don't worry about it.
From Bloom.
Oh, you're via an emulator. Nice.
4,000 until established on the localizer.
What,
clear for the runway 9 center approach.
What system would you do? Like NES, SNES? The only emulators I've ever messed with.
Descend and maintain 4,000.
Descend and maintain 4,000 United 152. I've only ever done like a NES and SNES emulator, but I've heard they have N64 emulators now and all that.
27 at Fort Truck 20 with information might request on clearance to Washington.
Washington.
Yeah, it's 1727. That's on its way over to you via PDC. Sorry about that.
Roger, PDC. That is 727.
And approach American 15.
GameCube. Dang, they got GameCube emulators now.
6 for park in Lima, Florida.
American 1568, Roger. Make it the right turn onto Papa. Hold short.
Little Wind Waker, maybe?
Hold short runway 10 left at Echo Echo.
Alright, right turn Papa. Hold short of 10 left at Echo Echo for American 1568.
Shoot, I gotta check my...
Endeavor 621, confirm you're on the ILS runway 9er center.
Yeah, my autopilot decided it didn't want to autopilot. We're correcting. Sorry about that. Endeavor 621.
It's no problem. Endeavor 621, O'Hare's at your 12 to 1 o'clock.
Alright, I think we're out of the soup now. We can kick these off.
You got the field side, Endeavor 621.
Alright, O'Hare should be off to our left. Oh wow, we're way out. Look at how far away we are. There's Milwaukee right there.
Endeavor 621, runway 9 center, clear to land.
And 9 center, clear to land, Endeavor 621.
It's the only one you have on your laptop. I got 2 racing games for it. Oh, nice. I used to have a racing game. It was NASCAR Heat. Unless you count like Need for Speed, those games as racing. I had Hot Pursuit 2 and then the Underground games for a little bit. And Most Wanted.
With you, we're descending via the Pang 5, just about a couple miles from Austin to the east.
Southwest 551, Roger, thanks. Expect the RNAV Yankee runway 4 right approach, and the midway altimeter is 3001.
RNAV Yankee 4 right, Southwest 551.
RNAV. The R Navy, as 2024 would call it. Crappy looking weather.
143, exit left when able, say you're parking.
Exit left when able, we're going to Mike 28, Southwest 143.
Southwest 143, Roger, make the exit left, then a right turn on Papa, follow the American Airbus.
Yeah, I'll be Bravo 9.
West to east on Papa.
We'll make a left, right turn on the Papa, and we'll follow the American Airbus in front of us, Southwest 143.
Let's go Bravo 9. There we go.
Southwest 2509, your radar contact, say altitude.
Southwest 2509, 3000.
Southwest 2509, Roger. Proceed direct, Lukey, climb and maintain.
There's another aircraft on final right here, so he's going to have to...
Up to 15,000, Southwest 2509.
He'll turn us in probably around 10 miles. Slow us to 210. That's my guess. Because I got to let this guy pass me. Can we even see him, actually? Oh, yeah, there he is, right there. Alright, cool. 2 of your childhood. Alright, which ones are they? I'm curious. I love the GameCube. It's such a sick system.
Okay, approaching at 1920, Big 5.
American 1568. Go ahead and cross runway 10 left at Echo Echo. Taxi the gate via Echo Echo, Lima Lima, and Alpha.
Alright, cross 10 left at Echo Echo into the ramp via Echo Echo, Lima Lima, Alpha for American 1568.
Southwest 143, cross runway 10 left at Echo Echo.
Wonder when this guy's gonna turn me.
Right turn November.
Base.
And then Victor 6 into the international terminal.
Okay, cross 10 left by Echo Echo, right on November, left on Victor 6, the international terminal. Southwest 143.
Come on, dude. Give me a vector. I don't want to go 25 miles out. Burning fuel. Turn me.
Chicago
Please.
approaching at 1920, 50200, descending deep dive.
At 1920 Chicago approach. The O'Hare altimeter is 2995. You can expect the
Oh, there's some rain coming.
Sorry, you can expect the ILS runway 9 center approach. Descend and maintain 10,000.
10,000, expect the ILS 09 center, United 1920.
Oh, turn me, please. I don't want to go 25. I don't want a 20-mile final.
United 152, turn left angle 180, vectors to final.
Left heading 180, United 152. Thank you. I was ready for that. Alright, I'll probably have me slow up here shortly.
United 152, maintain 210 knots, 210.
Slowing to 210, United 152. Alright, there we go. The usual. This is like the standard procedure into Chicago now. Look at that rain up ahead. It's definitely on its way here. It's probably raining at my house for all I know.
It's going to maintain 9,000.
9,000, 1920.
It probably is raining over here.
Southwest 551 after
Alright,
Haley.
let's arm the localizer.
And cross Olchik at 4,000. At Olchik, you're cleared the RNAV Yankee runway 4 right approach.
Roger, after Haley, direct Olchik. Cross Olchik 4,000 after Olchik. Cleared on Nav Yankee 4 right. Southwest 5.
It's kind of busy here tonight.
Yeah, hope I got
Southwest 2509, no further ATC is going to be available. Climb unrestricted and change to advisory frequency is approved. Have a good night.
Alright, climb unrestricted and change to advisory, Southwest 2509. Have a good
Alright,
night.
so I'm going to take this thing in at Mule. So let's do this. There we go.
At 152, turn left heading 110, join the localizer.
Left 110, join the 9 center localizer, United 152. 110.
At 152, 4 miles. Stand by.
4 miles from Fran. Or Mule.
United 152, you're 3 miles from Mule, maintain 4,000 until established on the localizer, clear for the ILS runway 9 center approach.
Alright, maintain 4,000 until established, cleared ILS 9 center approach. We might need a couple degrees to the right because of the wind.
Yeah, that's fine. Now make it a right turn heading 120.
Right 120, United 152.
At 1920, expedite to 10,000, please.
Expedite 1920.
Now, he wants me to actually fly 120 and the wind's kind of being jerky, so... There he goes. Alright, now we're good. Alright, so let's see, VG, what do you got here? Those games are 4x4 Evolution, 2 released for the GameCube in 02. Wow. Hot Wheels World Race, I've heard of that game.
We can take that as well.
Hot Wheels World Race. The Hot Wheels games I heard were really good. Kind of like how the Lego games are really good too.
Make the right turn onto Taxiway Echo.
I've heard a lot about those.
First left.
That'll be a right on Echo, and that'll be the first left onto Romeo, Endeavor 621.
Affirmative. And Endeavor 621, hold short runway 9 right at Romeo.
Alright, here comes the
Hold short 9
localizer.
right at Romeo, Endeavor 621.
Slowly creeping its way in. And he did clear us for the ILS, so I'm going to go ahead and arm the approach. And missed approach altitude 4,000. Beautiful. I love it. Nice and easy. Okay, spoilers armed. Alright, there goes the localizer. 093 on the heading.
United 152, runway 9 center, clear to land.
Clear to land 9 center, United 152. Alright, this wind is atrocious tonight. Hold on, let's look at this. Alright, so it's 090 at 16, gust of 23. So it'll be straight down the runway a little bit. It's so far from the right now. So we'll be okay. Yeah, they're your childhood games.
1727.
For me,
Chicago departure, runway 10 left.
Hold on.
At Delta Delta.
Stand by.
Taxi via Alpha Delta Delta.
Give me 1 second here. 090. Okay. A lot of my GameCube childhood games obviously was Wind Waker, Wario World, Mario Party 4. My cousin and I played the crap out of Mario Party. Was it 4 or 5? I don't remember. No, it was 5. Mario Party 5. We played the same damn map every time. It was like Pirate's Dream. We became masters at that.
Endeavor 621, cross runway 9 right. Taxi
and then
to the gate via
what else?
Romeo.
Sunshine was great. I loved
Kilo
Sunshine.
Uniform.
Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door,
Romeo,
amazing.
Kilo
That was actually the first
uniform, cross runway
game
9
I ever
right.
played for like YouTube. Was Thousand Year
Endeavor
Door.
621, there's a good chance the scenery doesn't match up there, so do your best. There's no aircraft in the area.
Yeah, we'll do what we can. Endeavor 621. Thanks for the heads up.
All right, Flaps 5. Yeah, those games were a lot of fun. Man, it's a stiff wind out of the right, 40 knots out of 140. This is why this is my favorite thing about flying, right? We're pointed this direction, but we're actually going this direction. And it's cool when you can actually see that in real life when a plane flies over you. You can see its nose is pointed one direction, but it's actually physically moving a whole different direction. But that wind is going to drastically shift as we keep descending.
Ball of spaghetti, and the people that made the scenery were like, oh, you know, it'd be really funny if we made it even more confusing.
I think they're just waiting for, because the taxiways are changing like every week. So I think they're just waiting for the construction to slow down a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair. When are they adding the 8th runway here, by the way?
I wasn't aware of an 8th runway. One of my friends in the tower gave me the plans, and it does not include an 8th runway, but it does include a lot more terminal space.
Yeah, that's good. I was joking about the 8th runway because I think they just built 27 left like 2 or 3 years ago.
The 8th runway is going to be the bypass they finally built on the west side of the airport.
We used to have a 3-4 left and right as well, but they're gone.
Tango 10.
First it was Sierra Sierra. That is
All right.
1920.
Gear down.
Maintain 230 knots, then descend to maintain 4,000.
What was my VREF? I don't even remember.
50 down to 4,000, 1920.
156. Okay. There we go. Flaps 30. It's gonna be such a slow approach. Doing 124 over the ground right now. Car could be driving faster than me.
Southwest 551, runway 4 right, clear to land.
I said the wrong runway, so it's 32 left to 32 right, not 34s. Alright, should we make this fun and hand fly this the rest of the way? I mean, the wind is pretty much... Well, I'll do it at 500.
Chicago, United 1727, Delta Delta.
500.
There we go.
1727, roger.
400.
Luckily, the wind is right down the runway, so this will make this like 10 times easier to handle.
300. 200.
Very gusty.
Yeah, 1727 now. Looks like you passed Delta Delta. You can just take it. You can just take it to the end if you want. We'll do the full length. Taxi to the end. Make the left turn on Zulu.
Fun.
Yeah, we'll find that out. Sorry for that. I can just do this. Sorry.
No, it's no problem. Just take it to the full length.
All right, there we go.
Roger. Zulu it is. We're going to 1727.
United 152, you can roll it down to Mike if you'd like. It'll make a short taxi for you.
All right, we'll roll it down to Mike. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Vacate right on Mike and hold short runway 9 right. Where are you headed tonight?
We're going to be Bravo 9, and we'll hold short 9 right.
Roger.
Alright, well, we get a little shortcut on the taxi tonight, and I keep missing these messages because of the landing, damn it. Alright, so we'll turn off here. Alright, flaps are coming up. Hold short of that runway up ahead. Go ahead and kick on the APU because we don't have a very long taxi actually. Oops. Switch that over a little bit there. We can disable that. Alright, anyways, Wind Waker, Sunshine, 1000-Year Door. I've never beaten 1000-Year Door, but I've beaten the other two games, kind of. For Wind Waker, I beat HD Remaster. On the Wii U, oh yeah, I remember that. I actually started, I think, playing that at one point. I got a couple videos in and I stopped making them. That would be like one I should pick up again. For fun. Alright, we'll hold short here. That should be our parking brake on, beautiful. Alright, well, that was a fun landing. Good old Chicago. We got somebody departing on this runway or something? What are we waiting for?
Chicago 1727, Zulu to left.
I don't know why I'm holding short. There's nobody
United
even coming.
1727 heavy, fly, runway heading, runway 10 left. At the full length, clear for takeoff.
Land and hold
Runway
short.
heading to left, clear to takeoff. United 1727.
Why can't I taxi?
United 1920, maintain 210 knots, turn left heading 180, vectors to final.
I'm stuck sitting here.
210, 180, United 1920.
What do I got a gate hold or something here? What's going on? Just let me in. Love O'Hare. Let me taxi, please. All I want to do is taxi to the ramp.
Southwest 1551, exit right when able, contact ground 118.07. See ya.
Why am I sitting here? Yeah, you're the only one chatting tonight for sure. That's crazy. We'll get everybody back in. As I get more consistent, I'm sure people will start returning. Or maybe we'll get new people in general. Which, I'm fine with that either way. And,
At 1920, turn left and 120, join the 9 center localizer.
120, join the 9 center localizer, United 1920.
United 1920, 5 miles from Mule, maintain 4,000 until established on the localizer. You're clear for the ILS runway 9 center approach.
I'll disconnect and just finish.
4,000 to establish, clear the ILS 9 center, United 1920.
Yeah, Southwest 7 clear for right at the interstate.
Southwest 551, midway, ground on 18.07. Good night.
2807. Thanks for the help. Appreciate it, Southwest 71.
No problem. See ya.
Approaching at 152. We're hold short 9 right. Oh, look at that beast.
Got a 152, sorry about that. Cross runway 9 right, taxi to gate via Mike Golf, enter the north port.
Alright, to the gate via, cross 9 right, to the gate via Mike Golf, and we'll enter the north port, United 152. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
Boom, 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 boom.
1727 airborne.
At 1727 Chicago
It's
departure.
a big
radar,
bird over
contact
there.
Altitude.
Passing
Alright,
3000 now.
finally.
1727.
At 1727 Roger. Climb
And
maintain
finally
15,000.
continue to the gate.
Maintain 15,000 United 1727.
That was a fun little flight, actually. I had a good time streaming tonight. PG Master had a good time, even just chatting. Even though you were the only one chatting, I had a good time chatting. I feel like we haven't. Every now and then it gets. Chats can get buried, or I know sometimes you gotta hop off for a little bit so you disappear and come back. It was nice hanging out all night.
1727. Proceed direct Moper and then resume on navigation.
You have to Moper and navigation. United 1727.
Ugh, I'm getting tired though. I'm starting to hit my wall. What's tomorrow? Wednesday? Yeah, tomorrow's Wednesday. Today's Thursday. Shit, might have to fire somebody tomorrow.
1727 heavy cancel speed restriction.
That's so bad.
Thank you, sir. United 1727.
At 1920 runway 9 center, clear to land.
Zoom in here.
Clear to land 9 center, United 1820.
Think this is the second time I've stayed for the whole stream. Yeah, I think so too. I guess it helps when I do shorter streams because normally I've been what, an hour and a half to 2 hours sometimes. I think in the past, prior to having to take a little break. I feel like that's what we were doing. There's a guy landing right there. It's kind of cool. Alright, so we're going to Bravo 9, which is at this section over here. And about halfway through. It's like this gate right here. It's before this little bump out right there is actually the underground escalators that go underground to get to the other side.
Chicago departure.
They do it on a little bit of an angle. The other thing that's nice at O'Hare is you can read the numbers, like that's 12. $11. This is 10, and then mine is right up here is 9.
At 1727,
turn in right off those.
Unrestricted. That's a climb through my airspace. No further ATCs available. Change to advisory frequency is
Bravo 9. There we are.
Car 122.8, United 1727, and have a nice night, sir.
Oh, look at this guy. What is he doing? Can't even see him. I don't even know how close I am to parking. Let's see if I can see the markings on the ground. We need to go forward a little bit. Alright, right there, perfect. Alright, parking brake is on. Let's go ahead and switch our APU on, and our engines are coming off. Beautiful. Alright, let's turn that on bright. Anti-collision's coming off. Those are coming off. That can stay. Pumps can come off. Go ahead and switch bleed air. Open that up. APU gen. Those can go bye-bye. Let's request deboarding.
The boarding requested.
Seatbelt signs off. Ground ops. Set chocks. Press ground power. Oh, it's doing a GPU. Whatever, I don't care if it does a GPU. Hey, what's up, Delta Airlines? Good evening to you. How have you been? It's been a week. Week's a long time when it comes to streaming. Kick that off. Alright, anyways, let me check. No, I'm going to release this and switch it to... from GPU card to ramp. Request air conditioning unit. I don't know why I chose GPU cart. You been doing any flying lately? Why is the arrival on hold? Wait, what? What is happening here? Oh, that's that. Okay. Why is GSX not deboarding? What are we waiting for? Huh. I have no idea. Oh well. Well, they got that hooked up, so that's good. Okay, they got ground power on. Kill that. Why is the jet bridge not working? Operate jetway? GSX is like in a funk. Waiting for other services to complete. Well, there are no other services, so... Oh well, whatever. Doesn't matter. Anyways, let's look at, how did we do on that flight? I didn't even look at the... No, that's not the... What? This isn't like... Where's the flight from today?
United 1920, you can roll it down to Mike.
I don't know, I don't
It'll
even
make
know
it a
what the
shorter
feet per
taxi
minute
for you.
was.
Roll down to Mike, United
There we go.
1920.
And when you're able, go turn your Mode C transponder back on.
Alright, disconnect. Oh, nice. You've been flying around Alaska? Then you went to Seoul, South Korea? Yeah, Icheon. I think you were close. I think it's Incheon. Maybe the U is not in. I don't know, honestly. I'd have to look it up myself. I feel like I remember seeing it maybe without the U though. I don't know, but you're like 99% there, so who cares? You're planning on getting the Bravo Airspace 787 this week. I've never even heard of that. You'll have to let me know how that thing is, because I've been looking for a good 787. Because you know me, I love my payware. It's really annoying me that it's not operating the jetway. I just want to connect the stupid jetway. It'll look cooler. Wait for this to restart. Yeah, let me know how that thing is. BG Master, you ever have a chance to look into getting some yoke and rudder pedals by chance? Request deboarding. We'll simulate it while we hang out here for a little bit. I love this O'Hare scenery. It's so good. I remember this terminal as a kid all the time because they built it. I think they finished it in the late 80s, early 90s, and I was born in 91. So I remember being a kid, like 94 and stuff. We used to always fly United all the time, especially to go visit my grandparents in Florida. And I just always remember the airport, going through the tunnel down here to get to the other terminal. So much fun. I had good memories with this terminal. And now, like, as an adult, all I do is ever fly United. So I'm always in this terminal now when I'm flying out of O'Hare. Hey, can you guys do me a favor? I'm sure VG Master, you probably already did this, but anybody else that's here, if you guys could like the stream, I'd greatly appreciate that. I'm going to get back into being able to do this a little bit more consistently on the schedule that I used to have. That Tuesday, Thursday thing. Fridays might be difficult. I used to love doing Fridays because of the fly-ins. So I might have to shift that for Saturday. But I'm trying to get back into that routine as we're kind of figuring stuff out at home with the newborn and all that. Kind of how to manage him. Problem is, he's just inseparable right now. So like you have to sit up you have to hold him or else he'll start crying. So that's kind of the problem. Plus the sleep is not happening very well. We'll see how sleep tonight goes. I don't know if we're supposed to get a thunderstorm or what, but we'll see. And it looks like just rain, maybe some thunder, I don't know. Tomorrow's supposed to be the day where we get the big storms. Oh, it's gonna be 71 tomorrow. So here's the forecast for tomorrow. Becoming windy with scattered thunderstorms, possibly severe. Damaging winds, large hail, and possibly a tornado with some storms. High of 71. Wind south-southeast at 20 to 30 miles per hour. Chance of rain 90%. So it's going to be warm but shitty. Which is fine. Better than cold. Because it's lately been very cold. So... oh well. I'll take 70s and rain over freezing cold. Hey, thanks, Delta Airlines. Appreciate that. You don't have the money? No, the game's still going, VG. I'm just sitting on this screen. I'll go back outside. Watch these guys load the bags on. No, you don't have the money yet? Okay, not a problem, not a problem. We'll get you there eventually. Thanks for liking Delta Airlines. I appreciate it. A bunch of people liked. There's a couple of people here that are not chatting, but they're watching, which is totally fine. But just curious who they are. But yeah, thank you, Delta Airlines. I appreciate that. It's a lot of fun having another little newborn. I think second time around is a lot easier than the first time. We kind of know what to expect, so that has helped. But yeah, so this flight here actually knocked off one of the flights I needed to do from O'Hare for United, so we'll be able to continue working on those next time. Maybe I'll do, I know typically I've been doing a long time or long hauls a lot of the time, like recently. Maybe I'll switch back to doing some short hauls for my streams. We got to do some fly-ins too, because the fly-ins were a lot of fun. Surprised how long you were chatting alone with you. Oh yeah, yeah. Delta Airlines VG Master was like the only person here from the start until literally when you started chatting. It said there were other people watching, but he was the only one in chat. But yeah, we had a good combo. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, Delta Airlines, we'll have to get you in on a flight sometime. That would be fun. A little short hop. Because I have a couple of shorter flights I got to do from O'Hare before it gets into mid-range, and then I don't have a ton of long hauls left actually. Are you on Xbox? PC definitely is the way to go, I would say. You like watching the long hauls? The long hauls are... I love doing the long hauls because it works out well. Because I can get up and go do stuff while it's cruising. But I feel like from a viewership standpoint, I feel like short haul is a little more fun because the action, I feel like, in a flight simulator stream is the takeoff and the landing. Or like the takeoff and then the approach. Never know about VATSIM until later in your flight sim career. Hey, you know what? The biggest thing is that you eventually found it, because it definitely makes flying way more fun. It makes simulating flying way more fun. I want to make... I don't know. I'm keep debating in my head, do I try to take some of the flights I don't stream and make like videos out of them, but is it really... Is it fun to watch a video of a flight, and then how do you make it not boring and long? Like, do I show the takeoff and landing at normal speed and then, like, speed up the cruise or speed up the descent and then show the land? I don't know. I haven't really messed around with that formula yet, but in my perspective, I don't know. I think it would be boring to watch, like, a long-haul flight that's not edited in a certain way. And I don't even know what way to edit it. Pilot's point of view. Like, I feel like it would be fun to kind of watch the planning standpoint, too. You know, include the planning of using SimBrief and then how you program the FMC. And I guess I could speed up stuff like the taxis and the takeoffs, but I was always a big proponent of long videos are less frequently, are less likely to be watched. So if I made like a 20-minute video of a flight, I'd have to do a lot of cool stuff in it to make it neat. Usually skip the briefing. Yeah, see, I guess that's kind of nice though, because it gives you the flexibility where I could timestamp it to be like, you know, programming the FMC, pushback, startup, taxi, takeoff, climb out, cruise, descent, approach, landing, taxi, parking, or something. Like, I could timestamp the video or something like that. I don't know. It was just a thought. Because I actually had recorded a couple of flights. And then I like making the shorts of just the goofy stuff we would do in 2024. And then kind of fun landings in 2020 when it's low visibility or there's a lot of ATC on, or if it's just like chaotic or something like that. Or if air traffic control's yelling at somebody, that's always kind of fun too. But I'll have to kind of experiment with a couple different things. I do enjoy the live streaming stuff and then just letting the live stream video post. So maybe I just keep doing that. And I mean, if I make a video every Tuesday, or technically every time I stream it becomes a video. So if I do a stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and then try to stream like Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, or all 3 of those days, or one of those days, 3 videos a week isn't horrible, I guess. It's pretty consistent because it's like almost every other day I'm putting something out then. Because Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, maybe there's a 2-day gap then with like Sunday, Monday, but big deal. Oh yeah, I remember that VG Master. That was funny. I literally like turned left and the plane just flipped over. That was so stupid. That game. I have not played Flight Sim 2024 in so long. I've just given up on that game. Like, I was so big on career mode, just became boring to me now that I got the Vision Jet. Like, that's all I wanted. I don't want to get any bigger aircraft because they're not good. They're not modeled very well. I don't know. I want the PMDG. So I don't know if I'm going to play career mode much anymore. I don't know. When I made the tutorial video of like how to pass a check ride, that was pretty helpful with people. It seems like a lot of people appreciated that, which was cool. When you were flying the 737 MAX, the whole cockpit was gone. Jesus, the game is that buggy still. Yeah, I haven't been on it in a while. Actually, I should look at Steam and see when the last time I launched that game was. Let's take a peek just for fun. Library 2024. Last played February 27th. Okay, so it was before I had my son, that's for sure, because he was born March 3rd. But yeah, I don't know. Until they bring some of these aircraft over and then some of this scenery and stuff like that, I'm totally fine with 2020. It gets the job done. I'm looking forward to the weather engine enhancements of 2024 and some of the textures and stuff, but I don't know. For now, I'm not streaming that game. That game just eats up my data. Yeah, if the game gets fixed, I'd play it way more. Hold on, I'm getting a text from the wife. Am I coming up soon? Yeah, I'll be up shortly. The game, though, last time I played, I think I remember we were flying the Vision Jet. There was, like, never any audio for the airplane, which was really annoying. It was actually letting me complete missions, but what am I don't know. I didn't know what I was working towards. I think I did a check ride just to do something different. I like playing games where there's an objective, or I like to set an objective for myself. Like right now in this game, in 2020, I have an objective of doing all of United's flights from O'Hare. So I'm just slowly going through a spreadsheet I made of these flights and removing them as I do them. It gives me a purpose. Or doing fly-ins to events and stuff gives it a little more fun, especially streaming it, you know. It's just like a little more exciting. Yeah, VG Master, it was very buggy. You Delta Airlines, you quit career mode? Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of in the same boat. I'm just bored with it now. There's nothing exciting about it. I got what I wanted, and I have zero interest in continuing it, so I'm probably not gonna do that. I feel like kind of doing what I'm doing keeps the game fun. Yeah, let's deboard both, and then we'll shut the plane down. I feel like what I'm doing is a decent mix. It keeps it entertaining. Like, I did a bunch of long hauls all over the place, big aircraft. Now I'm kind of doing some more short hauls, more frequent takeoffs and landings, hopefully more ATC. The events are fun to do too, because like the events are just chaos. Air traffic control is neat to see in this game. It just makes it more exciting. But I feel like that helps. The commentary side of it's hard though. I mean, I don't like being scripted, so I just talk off the cusp. You know, I talk about my day, talk about what happened. That's just my style of how I've always done this. I mean, there's not much production value I can do. I could maybe enhance some of the stuff that happens in the stream, like, I don't know, games and stuff like that with the chat bots, but I don't know. Honestly, my big goal is I want to get back to building the community, and I'd love to do group flights with people. I think that'd be a ton of fun. Doing live streams of a bunch of us doing like a group flight, and then we'll be in a Discord, or we'll just be on frequency doing Unicom or stuff like that. I still got to make the Discord, by the way. I haven't done that yet. I have a full-time job outside of doing this. I have way more than a full-time job. I got a full-time job that involves running 3 businesses, so I just I'm very, very busy at work, especially at month end. Month end, I'm just swamped. So, but no, I'm with you, Delta Airlines, on career mode. Yeah, VG Master, dude, I'd love to get you in. Shit, I was thinking about it. I was gonna say I should have just mailed you my old rudder pedals, even though the one brake was kind of jacked up. They still actually worked. Yeah, nah, my personal life is very busy right now. Just like work has always been busy, but then throw a baby in the mix too on top of it. It's super busy. That's kind of why I had to make that decision of stepping away from live streaming for a little bit, but now everything's kind of getting back to normal. I mean, work still takes up a lot, and I'm still trying to work out and stay healthy and all that stuff too, so my time's very limited. I leave for work. This is my schedule. I'm always curious to see what people's schedules are, you know, like their daily routine. For me, I get up at I wake up, my alarm goes off around 6:45. I get out of bed between 7 and 7:15 because I wake my oldest son up at 7. And then, you know, I shower and do all that crap. I'm done probably around 7:45. Then I'll eat breakfast, head out to work. I get to work anywhere between 8:30, 8:45, and then I work until 4:45, 5 o'clock. Then I'll change at work into my gym clothes and I'll go work out. And I'll work out from, you know, 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Or sometimes 5 to 5:45. I'll be home by 6:15. And then it's like hang out for a few minutes. Dinner's ready. Eat dinner. My son has to go to bed by 7:30. After that, I gotta go clean up dinner. If my wife cooks, I clean. If I cook, she cleans. And then by the time I'm done and ready to just do something that I want to do, it's 8 o'clock or a little after 8. And then in the instances of tonight, it was like 8:15. I got downstairs, fired up my computer, started loading all the games. Stupid flight simulator wasn't working right, so I couldn't start the stream until like 8:45. But yeah, I don't have a lot of time. And then nights that I don't stream, still I'm done by 8 o'clock, and then we like watch a show. And then we end up both falling asleep on the couch, which is the worst thing we can do. Because then you don't fall asleep. You go upstairs to bed and you don't fall asleep until like 1 in the morning. Oh, it's so bad. But anyways, guys, I gotta hop off and head up to bed and get everything kind of locked up for the night. So I will definitely try to get on Thursday night. Don't hold me to it, but I'm gonna do my damn best to get on Thursday night and do another stream. We'll probably do like a shorter hop again, you know, where we can stream the whole flight, take off, cruise in, landing, and not have it be boring or way too long. So hopefully we'll be able to do that. If not, I'm gonna try to hop on the weekend and we'll do like an event. But good to see you, VG Master. Good to see you, Delta Airlines. Thanks for hanging out tonight. And then to whoever who was here that didn't chat, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you clicking on the stream. I will see you guys hopefully Thursday, and if not, over the weekend. Thanks again. Take care and have a great evening.